Hi everybody, Irishna here with Mama's a Gamer here on YouTube, bringing you another game because like I said before, I want to branch out. I don't want to continue just doing Elvenar videos. So, now we've got the game of Cupid. We found this on Steam and says warning, PG-17 plus, mature content. This game contains disturbing imagery, violence, flashing images, sudden and loud noises, mature themes, and strong sexual content. Viewer discretion advised. Mature filter on or off? Well, I'm obviously over 18. I have absolutely zero control over the age of the people who are watching my videos. So I think we'll do the first one with it on, and then depending on how we even like this game or the storyline, I may do one with the filter off and just put an 18 plus rating on it, and so only certain people will be able to watch it. So for now, we're going to do it with the filter on. Favorite Studios. Start. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Maybe. I love you, I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. Aww, the feels. Yes, that's true. He hates you, doesn't he? The whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Ugh. So you go from I love you to I hate you? Chasing you into the forest and gouging a hole into your leg. Ow, painful. All because you smiled at their husbands. Uh-oh. And you know what? You deserve it. You freak. You disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you stay away from them? You never listened. What the heck kind of storyline is this? Serves you right for being the dirty girl you are. My sentiments exactly. ... But you don't have to worry, my darling. It's all right. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. What kind of freaking mother are you, talking to your daughter that way? Calling her dirty, rotten, horrible, no good. Oh my God. I don't care what your kids do. You don't talk to them that way. You don't. Priest, my goodness, child, whatever has happened to you? A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head up upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. She looked so sad. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. What was her sin? Smiling? She hobbled forwards, her bloodied leg giving way. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to study her. Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guests in his church. Sorry about that. I had to pause it to answer the phone. It was my daughter. Haha. So, I don't ignore her. I answer when she calls. I answer for my son, too. Back to the game! Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guests to his church. He sprung into action. He ushered her to a pew, brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Yet, throughout all this, he found that he couldn't take his eyes off her. He would be gazing at the roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them. And then, out of nowhere, he would be staring into her eyes. Even with all the mud and grime across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These guys, these women, these people, these horrible people are judging this innocent child, this innocent little girl, because she's beautiful? That's their sin, not hers. How old was she? 20? 18? 16? Her face was so young. The priest had long since aged past his desire for the opposite sex, but somehow, something about her enraptured him. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. If this is the mild version with the maturity filter on, when he realized his own thoughts, he quickly steered his mind towards other matters. Good. Finally. Priest, my child, what happened to you? He seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. He looked at me. Looked? He looked at me. And he touched me. And then he started to kiss me. At first, the priest didn't understand. Then he realized with a jolt of anger what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France these days were spirited, uncontrollable ruffians. A lady walking home by herself one night would be prey to a few number of them. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins, the one that the priest personally despised the most. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thigh. Oh, you nasty priest. Shame on you. Your hand should be on her shoulder, not her thigh. You are safe now, child. God's house is sanctuary for the faithful. I don't think he'll protect me. That poor, innocent little girl. He looked at her in confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. It's not her that sinned! Right there among the pews before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him for someone else? Her hair hid her face and her eyes, and the priest could make neither head nor tail of her. He suddenly realized that his hand was still on her thigh, and he hurriedly drew it away. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up. Don't fret, child. You are not to blame. I will contact the local constable, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I will fetch you a hot drink. He patted her hand and left to go to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. I swear to God, I'm fighting back tears here. What a storyline. That poor girl. Now that it was the dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Barely a silver moonlight flittered through the stained glass. The girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes, yes, mother. But he is so very kind. Haven't you learned your lesson, idiot? I fear for your safety. Why is her mother talking to her like this? It's not her fault. Oh, I get to choose. How about I fear for your safety? Child, follow mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it's cold outside, mother. The rain is not let up. Can't I stay? Oh my God, I have to choose. Either she stays or she goes. I'm gonna let her stay in the warmth. I suppose you can. But you must be weary of everyone in this church. Do you understand? You are so weak, my darling. You give my heart so much pain. I'm sorry, mother. I will try my best to stay out of trouble. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. My poor child, my stupid little girl. Why would she say stupid little girl? Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? I'm sorry, mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. No, it is not your fault. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right after all. She was always right. Your mother is not right. I'm telling you, your mother is not right. It's not your fault. Everything was her fault. Her fist shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. Mother, give me strength. There is something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an ornately decorated cross. It was as wide as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was razor sharp. She left the pew, knelt briefly, and then walked over to the altar. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this? The girl's arm trembled ever so slightly. No. What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross. Oh, my darling daughter, mother is proud of you. Slowly she brought the sharp end close to her face, so close that it hovered above her left eye, and then she... No. Okay, so I've stopped the video. I've stopped the game. I didn't have a choice. Boy, that's an emotional start to a game. I'm gonna have to do this one as a series as well because I need to take a break from this game and I need to calm myself down, get myself back to a happy place. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm calling it there. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you for watching.